Well, this is absolutely priceless. The attempt by House Republicans to portray President Biden as corrupt just falls apart more. It unravels every single day. And this week's or today's example of this is Nancy Mace going on Sunday Morning Futures with Maria Bartiromo and getting asked such a basic question given the allegations that they're levying against President Biden with a stunning lack of evidence. And the answer on the part of Nancy Mace, you could just replace with her screaming from the mountaintops, "We have nothing," because she responds to a question about, okay, which policy decisions are you saying Joe Biden made or stances he changed in his role as VP to benefit his son or that he was bribed for? Again, no evidence of that, but let's just assume he was bribed, which is what Maria Bartiromo was willing to do. Absurd. Which policy decisions are you saying he was bribed to make? Basic if you're going to accuse Biden of all the things you're accusing him of. And Nancy Mace says, quote, "I have not had the ability to research that." What? You have an impeachment inquiry and you don't know which policy decisions he made that you're saying he made because he was trying to benefit his son or he was bribed for them? It's hilarious. Just admitting she has nothing. Take a look at this.
Have you been able to identify specific policy decisions that Joe Biden made that he was paid for?
I have not had the ability to research that. I've been looking more at the LLCs, the bank records, all of the lies that Joe Biden has told, and what evidence.
Which ones?
Evidence we have so far in meetings, dinners, appointments, White House records, et cetera, phone messages, text messages, emails, et cetera, connecting the dots with Joe Biden. We follow.
But even members of your own party say, why are we doing this impeachment inquiry? We haven't connected any dots to Joe Biden. And they've gotten sort of good at listing off things like that to make it sound like she has something. You know, the LLCs, the dinners, the meetings. Oh, are you talking about all the different things that your own witnesses have testified to the fact that Biden was never involved in business dealings in relation to? Is that what you're talking about when you're saying meetings or dinners? Or the LLCs that Hunter Biden is connected to, which last time I checked, being connected to LLCs is not criminal. And even so, Biden, you've made no connection to in relation to those LLCs. Just saying a list of things doesn't make Biden any more corrupt, Nancy. And the corruption you're accusing him of does come down to, at least the core of the allegation is, Biden was either doing this because he was in coordination with Hunter Biden's business dealings, and so he was changing policy stances and his decisions to benefit Hunter Biden and his business interests, or he was bribed by Burisma, for example, where Hunter Biden worked, to change a policy stance. And there she says, in relation to that question, I've not been able to research that. My bad. I've been more focused on the LLCs. Ooh. Okay, great. Can you just be more honest and say, listen, I really, really don't like Joe. And now for months and going on before that, other people like Rudy Giuliani trying to uncover damning evidence against Biden and failing. Years, we've been unable through all these investigations, all these hearings, all of this, to actually find something meaningful that proves anything when it comes to Joe Biden's wrongdoing. And I'm embarrassed and I resign. No. And we should probably stop this impeachment inquiry. That would be the honest response on the part of Nancy Mace. But she's too far in and not honest enough to say that. And so instead it has to be, listen, I'm not going to research the core parts of our claim. Please. Instead, I'm focused on the dinners that, again, or the phone calls, they'll say, their own witnesses have debunked the idea that Biden was involved in the business dealings of Hunter Biden. And then I want to circle back while we're on the subject of this narrative about Biden falling apart to what we looked at last week, because it's too priceless not to look at again, where the former president of Ukraine, Petro Poroshenko, goes on Fox News, responds to an interview that Brian Kilmeade did with Viktor Shokin, the former top prosecutor in Ukraine, who's also central to some of the allegations against President Biden on the part of Republicans, and Viktor Shokin himself, who says, I wasn't fired because of my own corruption, which he was, but instead because, you know that thing you keep saying on Fox News? Yeah, because of that, because Biden's the corrupt one. All the European allies who want me gone, all of the broader U.S. government that wanted me gone, the official stance of the U.S. government that wanted me gone, that's all wrong. That was all just nothing. Don't bring that up. It's just because Joe Biden was corrupt trying to benefit his son. And Petro Poroshenko responds to that clip and says, this guy is crazy. Petro Poroshenko being the president at the time who actually fired Viktor Shokin.
I had a chance to talk to Viktor Shokin, a man who says he was friends of yours, who you asked to come back and help out during the transition after the previous regime. Here's what he said on why he was fired by you. Listen.
Poroshenko fired me at the insistence of the then Vice President Biden because I was investigating Burisma. There were no complaints whatsoever, no problems with how I was performing at my job, but because pressure was repeatedly put on President Poroshenko, that is what ended up in him firing me.
Is that why he got fired, because of the $1 billion and the former vice president, now president?
First of all, this is the completely crazy person. And this is something wrong.
And we looked at the full clip last week. I won't play it all again here. But Biden pushed for the firing of Viktor Shokin because he was corrupt, and that was the stance of the Obama administration and our European allies, not because he was bribed by Burisma or Viktor Shokin wasn't going to get accountability for Burisma's wrongdoing. So whether it be Nancy Mace admitting, essentially, I haven't really looked into the part of the claim that would justify all this, or Petro Poroshenko saying, that guy's ridiculous, bonkers, and a crazy person, and he's not speaking the truth. Things aren't going well lately for Republicans in their attempt to portray President Biden as corrupt. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to be a part of what makes this show possible, plus get access to the full video version of the show and get a bonus show on the weekends, you can do so by going to lukebeasleyshow.com/membership. That's lukebeasleyshow.com/membership, and there's a link in the description.